2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. As Wausau in some trouble. Mike McGinnis, the 9 hitter, up for the 4th time. He's 1 for 3. Reese, first pitch breaking ball as McGinnis drops his bat after fouling it off. The lowest total run score in the win here at Athletic Park this season for Wausau is 2, and that was a 2-1 win over the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. They won by scoring 3, but that was the combined no-hitter they threw against the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, which came in only the 7th game of the season. The first Sunday game. Like mentioned, Wausau scored 11 and 15 to take down Lakeshore in the first 2 here at Athletic Park. Wausau was 7 and 5 against the Chinooks last year, and they were 4 and 2 against them in the first half. Lakeshore looking to start the second half against Wausau in the win category and keep themselves atop of the Great Lakes West into tomorrow. One, and McGinnis lets the slider drop in for strike 2. Wausau has only one 2-game set opener in the second half so far, but everyone has been splits except for the set with Madison that was the second game being postponed to August 1st as Mike McGinnis takes one in the back. And that is a base runner as the Woodchucks have to start doing something. Looks like McGinnis is all right, though. As now it's James Reese facing off against the top of the order and Dalton Pearson, who hits this one to center field. The inning continues for Wausau. Second single of the game for Dalton Pearson. And now Jesse Donahoe comes to the plate. And this is where things are starting to feel like Donahoe needs to get on base. Well, obviously he has to, but this feels like a great time to continue his 9-game hit streak or continue his 22-game on-base streak. And Donahoe down the right field line. Does it stay fair? It does not. That was demolished. Just a tad second too early to it. Wow, was that ball destroyed in foul territory. Oh, 1 now. And that one way outside, and Joey Spence makes a great grab, not allowing either base runner to advance. Very good play by the Notre Dame catcher, Joey Spence. 1-1 count to Jesse Donahoe as James Reese is looking to close the door on this 8th inning. 1-1. And that one does get away from Reese as Spence can't corral it behind the plate. And now both base runners advance. Jesse Donahoe, who was 0 for 4 in the game with a reach on error. Now would be a fantastic time for a hit to extend his hit streak to 10 games. As Wausau left bases loaded stranded in the 7th and now have 2 runners in scoring position once again. But 2 outs as all 3 Georgia State boys are out there. It's McGinnis at third, Pearson at second, and Donahoe at the plate. Can he come through for his Georgia State teammates? The All-Star, Jesse Donahoe. 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Donahoe does have the most walks on the team. He has 26 of them. Did not play at all yesterday and was 1 for 4 in the 8-3 loss of the Green Bay Rockers on Tuesday night. 3-1. And it misses low and outside. The tying run comes to the plate. And an explosive bat of Mark Schallenberger. Mark Schallenberger, who does not have a hit yet either, but has reached on a walk and on fielder's choice. As Jake Carlson will discuss things over with James Reese before facing off against the left-handed batting Mark Schallenberger. And we saw that lefties can hit for power against James Reese as Donahoe hit a foul ball, maybe past the field that's behind Athletic Park here. So now, with bases loaded for the second straight inning, Wausau has the tying run at the plate and Mark Schallenberger. Schallenberger also comes into this at-bat with no hits tonight and a 7-game hit streak on the line, more than likely. James Reese, first pitch to Schallenberger, outside. On deck, if Schallenberger can't keep the inning going, is Colin Brigham. 2 outs. James Reese not worried at all about any of the base runners. He's going from the windup. 1-0. And it's outside again, missing on the off-speed. 2-0 count to Mark Schallenberger, who was walked or hit by pitch in his last at-bat. He wasn't walked, he was hit by a pitch. Read my score sheet wrong. My bad, folks. Reese, the 2-0. Low. And Schallenberger is up 3-0 in the count. Now the million-dollar question is, does he have the green light? And I can't imagine he would. But if there's anyone to give the 3-0 green light to, it might be this guy. Already has 3 home runs in the season in 7 games played. Or 8 games, rather. He does not have the green light. And he takes fastball on the low half of the strike zone. But now he'll certainly have the green light on 3-1. This is the make or break point in the game, it feels like. Reese, 3-1. And it's taken low and outside. And now the leading run comes to the plate. And Colin Brigham, first run of the game for the Woodchucks since the second inning.
Now batting the first baseman, Colin Brigham.
Mark Schallenberger drives in Mike McGinnis. And now Colin Brigham already has home run. Already has hit a home run in this game, is up for the 5th time. He's 2 for 3. Was hit by a pitch as well. First pitch, fastball, strike 1. Low outside corner from James Reese to Brigham. James Reese looking to leave bases loaded stranded for the second straight inning for Wausau. And Brigham deep into right field. It's got carry. It's off the wall. Donahoe's coming home. Schallenberger's coming home. We're tied. Bases clearing double for Colin Brigham. Brand new ball game. 3 RBI double for Colin Brigham. And he has 3 hits on the night. And now Brent Witter comes to the plate. And Witter down the right field line, but will go foul. 2-out rally, 4 spot here in the 8th for Wausau. As Brent Witter now with a chance to give the Woodchucks the lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are in the midst of a great one here. 0-1 to Witter. And we'll have to see if he came around. And they're going to call it a foul ball. He did come around. So that'll be an 0-2 count to Witter. Witter is 0 for 3 with a walk. He has 11 hits in the last 4 games he's played in. And he has a chance to give Wausau an 8-7 lead. Oh, 2. Witter stays alive. Oh, 2 still between Reese and Witter. 5 hits last night against Fond du Lac. Reese goes right at him and makes him swing through it. But Colin Briggeman hits a 3 RBI double, and Wausau puts up 4. We're going into the 9th, and we're tied up at 7 here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. As Birkeland is in scoring position. And Jake English, 0 for 4, can be the hero for Wausau. English fouls off. The elevated fastball for strike 1. He comes into this game reaching base in every game he's played in, and that has not been the case in this one tonight. 0 for 4, and he struck out 3 times. But extending that on-base streak could come at a big time. English takes high on another fastball. English on a 5-game hit streak. That streak of having 2 hits per game the last 4 games is probably over, I'd have to imagine. 1-1, and English now down 1-2. He swings through the fastball. The Kansas Jayhawk, Jake English, who has delivered in a big spot before. In the first game he played in, hit a 3-1 home run in the 10th inning against Madison. And the Woodchucks will win that game 6-4. 1-2, English, it's in the air, and it's out of playable territory. Stays 1-2 as Ryan Sell looking for out number 2. Big lead for Birkeland at second. And English stays alive again. On deck is the 9-hitter Mike McGinnis in the hole. Is the last walk-off hero for Wausau, Dalton Pearson. But by no means will we see Pearson in this inning. That means that English and McGinnis, or at least one of the two, would have to get on base. No double play ball in effect with 1 out. 1-2 once again. English is fanned. 4th strikeout of the game for Jake English. And now with 2 outs, the Woodchucks need Mike McGinnis to get on base. 1 out away from the 10th inning. As McGinnis is 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch. And McGinnis fouls off an inside fastball. Lefty-righty matchup. Oh, 1 from Ryan Sell. And the curveball just drops outside. McGinnis singled back in the third. And that was hit by a pitch in the back in the 8th. The 4-run frame for Wausau. That one's high. If McGinnis gets on, it's Dalton Pearson on deck. And he'd have a chance to try and be the hero once again for the Woodchucks. But McGinnis can try to be the hero himself here. 2-1. Make it 3-1. Ryan Sell missing a spot these past couple of pitches. Late game dramatics. This is as drama-filled as you can pretty much have it at this point. (3-1). And the breaking ball misses outside. McGinnis on for the second straight inning. And now coming to the plate is Dalton Pearson, as that is going to cause a mound visit between Jake Carlson, the infield of the Chinooks, and Ryan Sell. Last time Dalton Pearson was up with a chance to walk it off, what did he do? He did just that. Hit a single right up the middle into center field. And that was the doubleheader sweep of the Madison Mallards. And what was the score they won by? 8-7. The score currently is 7-7. Wausau has a chance to win in the exact same fashion they did it in that game. And he is up for the 6th time. He is 2 for 4. And has a walk and a run as well. Sell to Pearson. Curveball outside, ball 1. Pearson can be the hero for Wausau once again. Runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Another high pitch, counts 2-0. There is not an arm warming up in the Lakeshore bullpen. They're going with Sell. Pearson sees lefties really well. 2-0. Pearson swings through it. And there is the walk-off hit by Dalton Pearson, which it had the exact same scenario. Runners on first and second. And they won by a score of 8-7. The score is 7-7. Pearson, 2-1, way inside. And both runners are going to advance. That makes it even easier for Pearson. Lakeshore looking to avoid being walked off for the second straight night. Count is 3-1. (3-1) to Pearson. Sell. And Pearson down the left field line. But it'll go foul. Just a little ahead of it. And if that stays fair, that's the ball game. Full count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Birkland 90 feet away from winning the ball game for the Woodchucks. Payoff pitch, Ryan Sell. Pearson into left field, it's towered. And there to he dropped the ball. Carson Hansen dropped the ball. Carson Hansen dropped the ball. That's the ball game.
That's an E7.
Woodchucks winning on an error. And that's it. Woodchucks win 8-7.